next game.
Let's go. I got next.
I got next game. Hey, I'm next.
Hey, yo, let me get next. got next game.
You see my trophy over there? I want that.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet.
He doesn't have it.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
The Pistons hoping for a happy ending to close out their homestand before hitting the road. This their first chance this season playing the Cavaliers. They could only manage a single win in 4 tries against these guys last year.
Yeah, and these teams pretty familiar with one another. They'll face off 4 times this year.
And you know, Greg, both would love to get the upper hand early. This game to me is psychological as much as anything. I mean, a win here provides that edge you're looking for.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the challenge bearers for the 4th position. Irving is out there with Freak, and it's Bekovic in at the center. About a minute played so far here in the first. And that one's good. Freak. And there's always talk about if team chemistry matters or not. Let me tell you, it matters a lot. And
yes.
Clark, you really push this. If you can look at his team, and this team in particular, and they have, I think, a great locker room.
No question about it, Kevin. You see it in their demeanor. They really care about each other. And I think it starts with Freak. From what I understand, he makes sure they're doing things as a team off the court as well as on to build that camaraderie.
Now Jackson. Following the 3-point attempt by Freak. Leonard sets a screen for Jackson. Nobody near Leonard. It's rebounded by Cleveland, fresh from a win against Portland.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated. The shots aren't dropping yet. They've missed 4 of their first 5 shots.
Pass to Love. On the wing, Irving. And he makes good on the layup. Irving's got his 2nd basket.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Drummond. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession. Here are the top distributors from last season. These guys always seem to find the open man. Well, you look at Jackson, one of the best passers in the NBA, always looking to get his teammates involved.
And they made their teammates better, too, because they're willing to give the ball up. They're interested in getting other people's shots and did it in spectacular fashion, too.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Now here's Leonard. The 3 from Johnson. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc.
Irving dishes to Freak. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Johnson, the pass to Jackson. He kicks to Drummond. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Now Freak. 35 points for him last game against Portland.
And don't forget about his work on the glass. I mean, he contributed in a number of ways.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
And a different look here for the Pistons. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Tobias Harris is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Drummond in at the 5, home in the paint. That's the group for Detroit right now.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burton. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Trailblazers was simply terrific. He had 35 points and was just on point from deep, sinking what seemed to be an endless stream of threes. He left his imprint on the game as he took over, seemingly doing whatever he wanted to do. Can he do it again, Kevin?
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
And the 3 ball is good. Freak's got 12 in the game.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Here's Irving. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And it's 9 points for Kyrie Irving.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Morris a screen. Morris with a screen on Irving. Dishes to Drummond. Screens it from 9 feet away. 6 points for him.
You know, he's got a lot of inches on the defender in that matchup, and he can just shoot right over the top of him without worrying about being bothered. Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been 3-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
Here's Caldwell Pope. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
Yeah, but Kevin, a lot of those points came at the line. I mean, he was aggressive to attack the D, not settling, and really did a good job of cashing in on those free throws.
And that one's good.
And you know what? He's got a new BFF. It's the triple.
And it has been his BFF today anyway. Most of his points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
You see? That's what I do. Sink them through you, bro. I don't care in my face,
While we
bro.
have a chance, let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc.
Me.
Second, the Cavaliers.
You know, a solid 3-point game can be the cornerstone of offense. I mean, it adds a little pop and punch to what a team is doing offensively. And last year, this team was not made up of just good 3-point shooters. They had great 3-point shooters.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Pistons. And then for Cleveland, Nikola Pekovic comes in for Cleveland. And Kevin Love is subbed in for Channing Frye.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing.
Yeah, I can do this.
Those lanes to the hoop.
Detroit with the ball. Following the 3-point attempt by Freak. Fade away. Can't get it to go. Irving kicks to Freak. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 4th assist in this one.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
There's the pick. Jackson kicks to Drummond. That's good. Drummond's got 8 here in the quarter.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Now here's Freak. 20 points for him. It's hauled in by Harris.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Drills it from outside. Caldwell Pope's got 7.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively. Kevin, I've got a chance now to look at where the Cavaliers ranked in the NBA last season. First in fewest turnovers per game. First in opponent points per game. And they were the number 2. Boy, outstanding work knocking down those triples.
And I want to go back to that turnover ranking. Best in the NBA. That's a huge stat to look at when you talk about their ability to execute and the decision making. They don't beat themselves, and that's a big reason why they won as much as they did.
Pistons trail by 14. Outside Jackson, pass to Leonard. Outside Jackson, with the floater, and good on the basket.
Man,
Jackson's got 7.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint. And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Yeah, I love the energy they're playing with. I say it this way. Good teams, championship teams, play against the game as much as they play against the opponent. Nice uptick here in their second chance points in this quarter.
bitch.
Detroit shooting their first free throws of the game.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Caspi, he's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. And Jakar Sampson subbed in for J.R. Smith. Jackson misses.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Offensive rebound. Love kicks to Caspi. LeBron dishes to Freak. From deep. And Baines pulls it down. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Out of bounds. Pistons ball as Detroit keeps possession.
Still Pistons ball.
Just 3 on the clock. Cannot hit. So as we conclude.
Hell no. I can't do
Welcome
that.
back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
Some fantastic numbers here for Freak. He's got 26 points and just an amazing performance from downtown.
He is pouring it in from 3, guys. You know how much I love to see guys knocking down buckets.
So on the floor for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Freak is out there with Irving, and it's Pekovic in at the center, filling up the middle.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
James, the pass to Pekovic, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Andre Drummond picks one up.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And for Detroit, they come in off a good outing against Indiana.
Yeah, I love the way they just came right out at them in that game, determined to attack the rim.
And when that strategy, Greg, didn't lead to layups, they usually wound up at the foul line. And I thought they shot an excellent percentage when they did get to the line.
Here's Freak.
That's so
Connects
hard.
on the 17-footer. Freak's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, he scored over half of their points so far. That's a major contribution. Timeout. Start it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here are the balance.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
In the break, guys, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Drummond. Coach reminded his guys that he is the centerpiece of their offense, and he's the one they want with the most freedom to operate. He said also that their offense needs to be a patient one. He told them, don't rush things. Use as much of that shot clock as you need to. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
Thanks again, Doris. Now Jackson, following the three-point attempt by Freak. 5 on the clock. The 11-footer, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. And that's 12 points here for Drummond.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
James kicks to Freak. There's the 3. Rebound by the Pistons. That's the first of 6 played on the road. Jackson dishes to Leonard. Caldwell Pope. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Caldwell Pope's got 11 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball
They
comes
never even,
inside.
that
Yeah, I
a
think you got to
teamwork,
ramp
they
up
never
the
even played.
A
What
different
the
look here for the
fuck?
Pistons.
What do they get
Samuel
paid for?
Dallenberg, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Aaron Baines comes in for Morris. Johnson, he's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Reggie Jackson. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Kufis.
Yes,
Gatsby
you
comes
taking
in
to
for
him.
Kevin Love. Jakar Sampson's checked in for Smith. And Freak subbed in for Kyrie Irving.
Oh, bitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Detroit Pistons answer.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Myers Leonard is out there with Aaron Baines. Then there's Tobias Harris. Then it's Johnson, and it's Bullock in at the point guard. That's the group for Detroit right now. A shot by Johnson, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
Detroit's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And it's Leonard, top of the key. He dishes it to Bullock, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And the idea of setting the screen on that play was right, but just poor execution.
Yeah, it just can't be a hard screen at all costs. There is a legality to how you set a screen, so you got to be inside of both lines, legal and hard.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Andre Drummond's checked in for Aaron Baines, and it's Jackson in for Reggie Bullock. Leonard, no luck.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
Left side, Harris. Back to Jackson. Drummond with a screen on Irving. The drive by Jackson, and it's Drummond with the jam.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Now here's Freak. Defense is right there. And the three off target. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Johnson the screen. Feeds to Drummond. Jackson against Irving. Jackson misses. The Cavaliers leading by 22. And a wide open look for Freak. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 6 assists here tonight. Irving against Jackson. Johnson the screen. Outside Jackson. Passes it to Johnson. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. And Leonard gets it to go.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
And a different look here for the Pistons. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Leonard. Dallenberg comes in for Johnson. Tobias Harris is checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Morris subbed in for Reggie Jackson. The Pistons on offense.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Cleveland.
But Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And guys, when you're cracking heads against somebody 4 times over the course of a season, boy, it's a great feeling to snatch that first game. Good adjustments tonight against the Pistons.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Freak. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long. And this run not really doing him any good at this point, as late as it's starting to evolve.
Yeah, but kudos to him, Greg. I mean, the fight they're showing now, you got to give them credit for that. Would have been really easy to pack it in.
And he gets it to go. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Morris outside, and so it's Cleveland taking. 2K Sports post-game show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game. Freak. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge, and the impact carried them through the entire game.
How about the show Freak was putting on tonight? It was a freak show. That's one of the smartest basketball players I've ever seen. Being able to use either hand and being as skilled as he is poses so many problems out there. But as modest as he is, he's not going to gloat even though he's having a great performance. He's going to just go right back out there, get to work for the next game.
It's all about the production. I mean, nothing really fazed this guy tonight. He was the primary option. They needed a bucket. He delivered. He didn't have any problem scoring.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal.
Cambiemos el tema.